Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Hi, evening YouTube. Here with you once again. I'm not going to call this the wrap up, but this DC panel box is pretty much complete. I have getting a little sore there. Been sitting there for a while. It's not completely complete, but it is together and it is wired, and you can see. Turn the switch on, the meters light up, indicating that they are hooked up. And this is obviously not hooked up to the AC yet, but everything inside is wired. Obviously, I don't have the box attached to the wood yet. I want to do the one last test before I do that. So that's probably what I'll do. I got little tight quarters in here. I'm going to do a little close-up and show you. Did the best I could with what I had. That's all you can ask. I mean, you know, it's just, it's tight quarters in there. Like I knew it would be, but like I said, it's just something that the way it has to be done. I mean, there's no other way of doing this that I could tell. There may be, I don't know, but I'm just saying I couldn't figure it out if there was. So what I'm going to do is put a couple screws in this and hold it together and attach it to the AC, variable AC output there, and see what I get, see if I get any kind of reading or whatever. I've got the bleeder resistor in there. I found a 22K half watt, and I think it measured 24K, which was fine with me. Across the capacitor. All the other wiring is complete, I do believe. I mean, you never know. So, like I said, I'll go ahead and put a couple screws in here, and once I do that, then I can do some testing on it. So, there we are. Now she's together. Yep, still works, so that's good. Alright, I've got the let me set up this other camera so you can kind of watch what I'm doing here at the same time I'm doing it. Make this a great test. It's just going to be a little test to see if it works. It goes up and down. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see what I am doing. I am recording. Turn the variac on. I don't have that on yet. Let's turn that on. Nothing coming out. I guess that's good. Let's turn up the variac here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I've got 7.5 on the variac. I've got 9.8 on the DC panel. It does seem to be working. Let's see if it'll go down now when I turn it down. It goes down pretty quick. I'm happy with that. Like I say, with no load on it, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, I don't have anything on it to put test the amperage. The amperage meter on the variac was not moving at all, so I feel pretty confident that that is working. So I can turn that off. It will still drain off. It's still crossed. So I think that's a good test, and I'm very happy with that. I mean, I don't really have to go up and any higher than that. I think it's sufficient. And the next step will be to attach the box. Once I do that, then I can attach the faceplate back to it, and these wires here go over to the variac. I'm going to drill a hole. Let me show you what I'm talking about over here. Try to drill a hole right through here, either up this way and out, or similar to that. There's a good bit of a space underneath it, behind that receptacle there before it hits the plastic box. So I can come down here, probably get through it like that pretty easy. So that's what I'll be doing there, and these wires will, like I said, come through there and attach to the receptacle there. Basically the same thing as I was plugging the plug in there. So let's check this once more and see if it did in fact go down. Yep, still going down. It slows down a little bit. Oh, you can't see that, can you? There, it's going down. It slows down when it gets lower voltage. It's just, that's just the way electronics works. So I didn't show that the last bit of this. It got pretty hairy there at the last, and I was doing a little choice words in there and stuff like that. So it's just you all knew exactly what I was going to do, how I was going to wire it. So there's no mystery there. I mean, it's just the fact that I went ahead and did it without you guys watching, and that wasn't bad. It worked out pretty good, I think. So I'm happy with the way it turned out, and I'll be really happy if I can get this thing attached to the back of that base, and then back with this faceplate back on it again. This is pretty tight. There's a couple wires in it that are just stretched a little bit. Now, like I said, these yellow wires here are fine. There'll be plenty of room for those, and I don't think there'll be any trouble at all with those. So, all right, well, I'm going to get off here, and I probably won't close this out now. I may come back in the morning and try to show you the finished device over on the bolted up to the backboard there, hopefully. And I'm going to go shut this. You heard me. I'm shutting off the soldering iron so I don't forget that again. I'm cleaning the tip off now. Always like to do that last thing I do, and like I say, that should take care of that. Anywho, like I say, I will be back probably tomorrow and give you a wrap up on this, hopefully. So we'll see you then. Alright, well, as usual, you know me, I can't wait to get something done. So there it is. It's attached to the backboard. I only have 2 screws in the faceplate, and I don't have the wires hooked up yet. That'll come tomorrow for sure, because I'm not going to try to get in there and work on that tonight. That's just too much. So I hope to, like I said, get this done tomorrow. I put this bottom screw in a little too tight, and I cracked something in there. I don't know exactly what, but it'll be alright. So there'll be another one on the other side. I'll try not to crack that one. Now I've lost the other 2 screws. I don't know where they went. There's one right there. Oh, I see them over there. Okay, they're over there. I'll go ahead and put those in probably. And like I say, it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's not perfect. Like I said, it never was meant to be perfect. So as long as it works, does what it's supposed to do, that's all I really care about. And, you know, what else can you ask for, really? It's just, that's all you can ask for. Okay, well, also, when I have this Variac box apart, I'm going to remove the dim bulb wiring from it, and that's going to be on its own switch and own receptacle. More than likely, it will be right there where those are plugged in. Is probably where I'll have the dim bulb. So I will have it available. There will be a plug on it where I can plug it into this socket, or I can plug it into that socket. So I still have the same versatility with using it with the Variac, but I also have the added versatility of just using it, running it on line voltage, and being able to leave it run overnight on the dim bulbs if I need to burn something in. That should protect it, I think. So that's the idea anyway. That's what we're going to go with. So I guess I'm going to wrap this up one more time, and really I am going to go to bed this time. So you guys have a pleasant evening, and we'll catch you in the morning. I'm wearing YouTube. Back with you once again, after late night last night, and I did get it finished. I don't remember exactly what I showed you or what I didn't show you. So what I'm going to show you now is basically the radio working. The radio, not the radio, no, not the radio. The DC panel working. So, what I'm going to do is find me something to power. I don't even know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. And I will show you the DC panel in action. It is all hooked up into the Variac like I initially planned to do. And so I have it, the wires for the, you can't see them because I can't get them up that high, but wires for the dim bulb have been removed from the panel, or the AC panel, and those will be incorporated into the new dim bulb setup when I get that going. Really need to get to work on that, and get that done so that I can get on with my life. Oh, not really my life, but you know what I mean. Get on with the rest of the stuff. I don't know if I even showed you guys this. Did I show you this switch that came in? I don't remember. This thing is a honker. I tell you what. It has got one heck of a throw to it. But there's the back of it. And like I said, it's just amazing how heavy that switch is. But like I say, I'll use it for a project down the road, I'm sure. I don't really think that the lighter switch is going to be a problem. I think that the projects I'm going to be working on with this will be fine. Hopefully by the time that something bigger comes along that needs a little bit more oomph, I'll have the other power supply going by that time, hopefully. So that's the plan anyway. Like I said, I wanna power something. I was gonna do this radio, but let's see if I got it. Oh yeah, here it is. This might work. I haven't actually played around with this much here lately. I had the I was gonna replace this, and on the end of the AC transformer that I had, the little wall wart that put out 12 volts. I don't really know what happened to it, and I've been looking for it. So far I haven't found it, but that's what I was going to use to power this little GE radio. So hopefully that shows up somewhere. Let's see if I can get to this to actually maybe put some power to it this way. This is the one I built that I have the little power supply in it that transfers the 12 volt AC to basically 6 volt DC to run the radio, and got that all done, so I don't really want to mess that up. I don't think that's a good idea, so let's not do that. What instead I will do is get the other radio like this and use it for my demonstration purposes. Now that radio, I don't know how you guys remember that I've got like two of these. The other one uses a AC/DC type setup. It's got a transformer built into it, and it uses the power line, obviously, to plug into the power line to power the radio through the transformer. But there is a problem with it. It has a tendency to give people a nasty shock if it's plugged in the wrong way, and I understand that. Not really supposed to with a transformer, I wouldn't think. So there's got to be a wiring problem with it. I'm gonna have to look at the circuit board, or not circuit board, but the schematic, and see if there's something I've got wired wrong or something. But anyway, want to do that, get that taken care of, and see what the deal is with that. So let me bring that back in here, and I'll come right back. get this under here so I don't kill everything. Let me put this antenna down. So I've asked the girls not to use this one for the time being because of the fact that it does give them a shock. They like to listen to it in the bathroom while they're taking a shower and things like that. And that's not a good place to have something that can give you a shock. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, let me get the other camera hooked up and we'll go from there, because I want to show you what I'm doing to power this thing. Alright, there it is. And here's the little connector. That's where I'm going to be powering. And for this, I'm going to use my actual, if I can get it out of here without killing myself. Yeah, those are the leads I'm going to be using. I'm going ahead and plug this in and get it ready to go. Alright, now it's hooked up like it should be. I'm not really sure which one of these is positive and which one's negative. I think it should tell here somewhere. I'm thinking it's negative. Yeah, it's positive. So the this one should be positive. The other one should be negative. At least that's the way it shows there. So that's hooked up, and we'll switch that to there and get this situated so nothing makes it short, and see what kind of result we get. Let's see. Let's turn the let's activate the I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see a little better. You guys will just have to kind of put up with me. There we go, got that. Let's turn the DC on, and we'll put this up to 7.5 volts right there. That should just be fine. Oh my goodness. We have a radio. So, let me put the antenna up, see if we can get some reception. Or if they've even got it set to the right thing yet here. Alright, there's that. Here, I think you can see both of them there. You can see at 6.3 volts and 0.02 amps coming out of the AC variac. I get 7.6 volts, and you get the same current draw coming out of the DC. So that's a good indication everything's working. I can go down a little bit to 6 volts if needed. It's not a big deal. There you go, there's about 6 volts. You can see the radio went down in volume just a hair. That gives you 5.1. I get the same basic same AC current draw, but I got my DC current draws went down just a hair. So, like I said, if I can get it right at 6, it's a little bit difficult. There you go, 6 there. There you go. Now there's 6 volts. That's pretty much exactly what it's supposed to be. It's 4 1.5 volt AA batteries that power this. So, like I said, that works really good. I'm going to get off this music here.
For lunch in the best. It's a free lunch for you and 5 co-workers. We'll draw a new winner.
Weather station. We'll have the #1 countdown for a free Brian Fury counting down it.
Now, I'm not sure that. I think that's part of the. That hum is part of the radio signal.
And what they heard from Donald Trump is, I'm going to bring...
There we go. Now we got some talk going there.
That's a lie.
Alright, again,
But
you
they
can
heard
see
from us
it's working.
was that vote for
This
us
is what I was
because
after.
we're not him. And we have to
I think a lot of you guys didn't understand exactly what I was trying to do with this.
Good wages. We stand
But
for Social Security.
this is a really good way of getting
Medicare. The Republicans are trying to
voltage for projects like this that you need. Again, it's easy to, you know, I know it's not regulated, but you can turn that variac to the exact voltage that you really want, and that's nice that that works that way. So
because I learned in my
let me turn this down again.
During this campaign that a lot of people do feel
does seem like the
we will not allow that to happen. We will be
or not the regulation, but the filtering
the chairman of the Democrat.
on the radio is just fine. I think it came out really nice. Now you'll notice the you can tell that the alright, you notice the what am I trying to say here? The ammeter on the DC. Watch the ammeter. What happens when I turn the radio on?
Back to America, then I'll vote for him.
There you go. And the AC does the same thing. There's no current flow if I turn the radio off. You see, it goes off. The voltage fluctuates a little bit. It goes up to 6.5. As soon as I turn it on, it drops back down to 6.
Importantly, half right.
That's the way this is supposed to work.
Yeah, that we need to
So
connect with
I'm
people
really,
who
really,
feel
really
wealthy
happy with this.
economically. But you
I
notice how in
am very
typical
pleased that it
Democratic
works as
fashion,
good as it
he
does.
goes to social
Now it
programs.
should,
He goes
the
to
current should
Medicare,
go up a little bit if I
to
turn the
Social
volume
Security.
up. So
That is not at the core of
There
what
you
the
see.
white working class wants, and I think it's true of working class of all colors. They want jobs.
So you can see that's how that works. But again, I'm going to turn this off. Let's turn this down. Turn that off. And you'll see the... watch what happens when I turn the radio on now. See how fast that goes down? That's why the bleeder resistor is not as needed as much as one might think. Because if it's under load, generally the voltage goes down pretty quick. So let me turn that off too. There we go. So that gives a good demonstration of the DC panel, and I am very, very, very pleased with the results, and I'm very pleased that I have this done. You guys know how much I struggle with this. Let me show you another thing here. This sticker here, I'm going to put the batteries on that and put an arrow there so I'll know which is which. But so I will have a date on that too, so that I know when those batteries were put in, and that will give me a good indication of how long they're lasting compared to the other ones. I think they should be about the same because they're basically both powering 1 meter each. So I think they should be about the same. So let me turn this off. I think with what I have in the can already, I think I have enough to make a video out of this. Hope so anyway. So what I'm going to do is get off here and get this all edited and uploaded and everything, and get this so you all can see this thing in action. If you've been waiting for it like I've been waiting for it, you'll understand why I'm anxious to get it uploaded. It's been a kind of a long project for me anyway. But it is done. It is working pretty well, I would say. And let me get this radio all back together before I forget how it goes back together. Yeah, I do have to get this, like I said, this radio here needs some work. That AC is just not right. I must have put something together wrong on that. But anyway, let me get this done and get it uploaded. And you guys have a pleasant day. It's a beautiful day here in Seymour. And I do appreciate you watching. And we will see you.